Oh, wheels on the bus go round and
Hey, Thunder Buddies.
Are we live? It's because of the thunderstorms.
Yes,
Are we live?
we're live.
Thunder. Anyone else's kids not sleeping?
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yeah.
And my hair isn't pretty. I'm covering up the blood that's on my shirt.
Yes.
Why?
Because our kid busted his
Because
nose
I'm pretty
open.
sure my youngest broke his nose tonight.
He was trying to. I don't know if he completely broke it, but it looked like it for a little bit. It's all swollen up on one side and big instant gash down the side of it here, and then blood coming out the other side.
They're like, oh, you need to go do a call?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm going to run as fast as I can.
I'm going to spill pretzels on the
Spill
floor.
pretzels all over the floor. Then I'm going to run as fast as I can into a bookshelf.
Bloody
Bust my
nose.
nose, blood everywhere. And then God's like, let's just roll it all together, tie it with a pretty bow with a nice pretty thunderstorm. 'Cause
By the way, only in
what
this
the
time
actual heck?
and period in our life would I be allowed to be on with his hair. This is what a non-cut Dr. Jake hair looks like.
It's precious.
It gets up there,
Well,
guys.
we don't have to do
I'll
that.
put it down. Put it down. Get the fluff out.
How's everybody's day?
Good.
What
Just
day
trying
is
to
it?
draw some attention with my
What day is it?
fluff. It's Wednesday. That has
It's
been a theme today.
Wednesday.
So, hey, Jamlet.
It's Wednesday.
No one knows
And we
what
made
today
it.
is.
I know that it's
Yeah.
the day that I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
not be my children's mother.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't report that to someone. It
Yeah.
just drove me a little bit crazy, right before bed.
Yeah.
But we made it. We're here. I didn't think we were gonna get on this live video tonight.
Well, and we have a hard stop in about 15
No,
minutes.
I'm not doing it tonight.
Okay, you're going to hold off on it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pretend we have a hard stop in 15
Yeah.
minutes.
No,
But we actually have a topic tonight.
we do have a really good topic tonight.
Yeah, because this is something that we're seeing with all of our patients
Mm-hmm.
and people in general. Quarantine has
I'm
been
gonna borrow this.
rough on human
You talk,
physiology.
and I'm gonna unplug that.
Okay.
Sorry. Whoop, coming at you.
So we shift. This is what I've noticed very important people do on Facebook stuff. They do stuff like this.
Notes. Busyness. Rearrange their stuff.
But I just took these notes and I covered up my actual notes. So I have to unshuffle and then reshuffle again. Do the note shuffle.
Funny. Well, we wanted to talk to you guys tonight about pain.
Yeah, it is. Quarantine has not been kind to
A lot of people.
us. You know, it's not been kind to our diet, to our mental health, to our physical movement health, and it's starting to wear on people.
It is.
Physically, people are hurting a lot.
What
right
was
now.
it last night? Quarantine fatigue?
Yeah, there's
we talked
quarantine
about last
fatigue.
night?
Yep, we got all kinds of new terms from this. Quarantine fatigue and doom scrolling. That's our new terminologies.
But one of the things that we have heard a lot, especially the last week, is people reaching out to us who are dealing with a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And pain that they've not necessarily dealt with in the past, stuff that's new, and it keeps coming up. And so we felt like, you know what, tonight would be a good night to address this because, go ahead.
Yeah, there's some things you can do at home.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah,
simple
there you go,
things.
use that.
Yeah, there's things you can do at home that are going to help you. Like, obviously, we're here for you if you hurt yourself.
Yes.
We don't want you getting drugs and medication that are going to just mask symptoms
Right.
and not fix anything.
Yeah.
I think most of at this point know that, you know, if we hurt our back and we take a heavy-duty medication, the back pain can and probably will go away. However, it doesn't actually stop the problem underneath.
Right.
So,
It just stops the pain.
yeah.
And then usually what happens, what we see is that it actually gives you this false sense that you're better and that you push yourself because you're not feeling the pain and you end up hurting yourself even more. And that's a massive concern right now because there's not a lot we can do if someone severely injures their spine.
Yeah.
So we can't get you to a hospital. We don't want you going to the ER to urgent care.
I think they're starting to open back up now, but regardless, guys,
But
you
still.
you want to get in the habit of taking the safest, most conservative route to handle these things instead of like trying to put out a campfire with a fire hose.
Right, exactly.
You know, you don't need a fire hose to put out a campfire.
Right.
In fact, it could probably make things worse and damage everything around the campfire.
Right.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's what happens when we use, different types of medications to treat common things that we can take care of in the office. So
So what do we mean by when you're dealing with pain? We're talking about low back pain.
Yep.
We're talking about like a stitch or that like tenderness between the shoulder blades. Maybe you're dealing with some neck pain. What we are going to do, what we're going to talk about, is going to address minor discomforts. If you are dealing with acute pain, pain that is severely impairing your ability to function, get up, get dressed, take care of your children, then you need to contact your primary care, or you can also call us and we'll get you to the right provider.
Yeah. If you're by us, just come see us because we are the best around.
No biases.
No biases, just all truth. Nothing but facts here. See, the fact checker didn't come up, so that means it was true.
There you go.
Has
So
to be
if
true.
you are dealing with pain, if you know someone that's been talking about, man, like my low back's been killing me. And listen, there's a lot of reason why people are dealing with pain now, more so than they have before.
Yep.
And the reason why is that they're either more sedentary, right? So people that are usually used to walking around, have active jobs, are sitting more. Or people are sitting at desks or not at the desk that they're normally sitting at. So they're sitting like on their floor, on their couch, or at their kitchen table. Or they've taken on some new activities because they're like, hey, I'm home. Let me mulch the whole yard, or let me repaint this room.
Repainting the room. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many people are getting taken out by paintbrushes. Painting ceilings.
Yep.
People are just ruining their necks painting ceilings. And think about it though, if you hurt your neck painting a ceiling, that's not a good sign for how healthy your neck is.
Right. That's
Not a
very,
good
very
sign.
true.
All right, so these are the things that we're going to recommend for the more minor to sometimes moderate pain. These things are going to be very simple, but you know what? It's true. Simple things often are the answer to these problems.
Right.
You keep things simple, it's not going to, and do these things, it's going to help relieve some pain and get you through it, unless, again, it becomes really bad.
Yep. All right, so you want to do number one?
Yes, so we have to be moving our bodies.
Yeah.
This is massively important, guys. And this doesn't just mean I went for a run, which is good,
Right.
or I went for a bike ride, or I went for a walk. All those things are really good. We need to be taking our joints through motion.
Full ranges of motion.
Taking your neck, taking your lower back, touching your toes. That's why yoga has been so effective for so many people, is because you can put your body and all of your joints through a full range of motion. There's all kinds of gentle yoga like exercises on YouTube, and those are great as well.
And what we'll do is in the next couple of days, we'll go ahead and put out a video for you, and it will show you what we mean by full ranges of motion for all the joints. So for the neck, the shoulders, the wrists, the spine, the hips, all of that. We'll do a video so that you can see what that looks like. And the way to do that too is not just to say like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to move my body in the morning or before bed. It's frequent movement throughout the day.
Yes.
So for those of you that are working from home and you're sitting for long periods of time, please set a timer to remind yourself to get up and move your body.
Yeah, get up, move, get up, and
Yep.
first of all, it helps your brain. So a lot of people don't realize this. If your spinal column does not move, it basically signals to your brain that you are in a resting, sleep, dormant state.
Right.
You ever notice that if you don't do anything all day long, if you sit on your couch or you're behind a TV screen, you're exhausted.
And you feel worn out.
Worn out. So, hey, Aaron. But if you get up and you move your body and you get up and you exercise at the end of the day, you have energy. But watch this. This is the other thing that's really cool about this. You have energy, but you sleep better.
You do.
But if you are exhausted at the end of the day from sitting all day, how easy is it to fall asleep?
Yeah, you usually can't.
You usually you toss, you turn, you have to watch a show, you have to do this,
Yep.
you have to do that. So physically move your body. So, yeah.
Sorry, that was just keeping an eye out for things.
Yeah, we're good. So I think we're good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, there we go.
All right, so movement. So move your body throughout the day. Set an alarm if you don't feel like you're going to remember, whether you have like an Alexa or everyone has a smartphone nowadays. You say, hey, Siri, set a timer for 50 minutes or 45 minutes. When the timer goes off, you'll go, what do I have a timer set for? And then you'll say, oh yeah, now I remember I'm supposed to move my body because Dr. Jake and Dr. Kat said so. So move your body. The second thing is super, super, super important, and it's our old friend right here.
Agua.
Water. This is not vodka.
H2O.
This is water.
Wow, if that was vodka.
water, you guys. It is so important that you are drinking massive amounts of water throughout the day, especially
Good, clean, pure
yes,
water.
purified
Yep.
water. Especially for those that are living in the warmer climates and the weather's getting hotter,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get dehydrated more. So drink your water. What does that
Moonshine,
mean? Yeah,
yes.
moonshine, Deborah, for sure.
Like I said, does anyone else
In a-
drink their water out of a ball jar? It's moonshine.
Guys, mason cups are like the best. They're the
Well,
cheapest.
If they break, your
And
kids
they're
destroy
like,
them.
yeah, they're
So-
indestructible. Okay, so water, what does that look like? People are like, well, how much water? Okay.
So this is a good one. So
Yeah,
let me
go
take
ahead.
this. I'll let you say how much, but forever and ever and ever, what have we been told? 8 what?
8 cups of water.
8 cups of water. Let's logically think about what 8 cups of water actually means. So Catherine, you
Don't
weigh
ask me that. Okay. I was like, you're gonna share
and
my weight?
I weigh
Sign divorce papers.
So the fact that I weigh a lot more than Dr. Catherine, I have, larger skeletal structure. I have, larger organs. I outweigh her by a lot. Does it make sense that we would both need the exact same amount of water?
No. Nope.
So how do we actually, this is like pretty much the most settled science I've seen on this. How much water should you drink?
You take your body weight and you divide that in 2 and you drink that in ounces. So simple math for those who are math impaired like myself. If you weigh 100 pounds, you drink 50 ounces of water. So whatever you weigh, divided by 2 in ounces.
That's right,
So-
Dave. Go get your water.
So 100 pounds, 50 ounces. And that can feel like a lot of water. So what we tell people is don't sip your water. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. It's going to be weird, but it's okay. Some people are like this.
Sharing cups with me, gross.
They're like, oh, I had some water. That's not how you're going to get your water intake for the day.
Unless you're like drinking water all day.
Unless you're drinking water all day. So this is what you do. You pick up your cup.
Yeah. Anyone else get bothered when hear people swallow?
Sorry, was that weird? Was that really weird? You
It's
drink and drink, chug, chug, chug. What helps too
Yeah.
massively, and it's actually a lot better and your body receives it a lot better, is if your water is room temperature.
Yeah, that does help.
Drinking water that's too cold can actually be shocking to the system. And so if you have a filtration system from the fridge, you can just get some nice glass jugs or jars, fill it up, put it on the kitchen counter, and then fill your cups up from there.
Yep. So, and you want to have clean water. The cleaner that we have a great filtration system we use. We got grandfathered in. I don't even know if you can get it in your house anymore, but just the cleanest, purest water that you can get.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so that was number 2.
So, and it's huge.
Okay.
This is I love this analogy. So water, think of it this way. This is why it's important. So if you guys could imagine in front of me a stack of like champagne glasses, where you have the one champagne glass on top, then you have 4, then you have however many. The top champagne glass is the one that's going to get the champagne first, or in our body's case, the water first. What happens is those are your most important parts of your body. Your nervous system, your brain, your organs, your stomach, your heart, all those things need water. Okay? So what you need to do is as you're pouring it in there, you're going to get to the first tier. If you stop there, by the time it gets to that bottom tier, you are not getting enough water
That's
there.
a great analogy.
That bottom tier
That's awesome.
is skeletal muscles, musculoskeletal system, musculoskeletal system.
Makes sense.
Those things, if you don't get enough water, are going to suffer the consequences of not getting enough water. And that's going to be muscle cramps, it's going to be fatigue, it's
I
going
was
to be...
just going to
yep.
say that so many people talk about that.
Blood pressure, by the way.
Yes, blood pressure.
Yep, dehydration leads to...
Can lead
Or-
to issues.
It is linked to blood pressure issues.
So many people talk like around the 3-4 o'clock hour that they just feel really tired, right? They're like, man, I'm exhausted. I feel so worn out. And so what do? They go to
Coffee?
They go to Starbucks.
Or
and get
energy
coffee.
drinks. Oh, you energy drink people.
Energy drinks, or they grab like a Snickers from the vending machine.
Yep.
Most often, I dare say like 95% of the time, you are not actually tired, you're just dehydrated.
Yep.
So try it tomorrow. Like just If you're feeling tired, drink a lot of water and see how that changes it. And then let us know, because I'd love to hear.
Yeah, and drink water before you put the other stuff in your body.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because what'll happen, why people feel better, is they'll get a blood sugar spike.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, I'm awake. And then they're like, oh, I crash. And
Yeah.
oh, I'm awake. And oh, I crash. And that's not good for your body. Or the
Oh, I forgot
caffeine
to say this.
just gives you an artificial
Right.
jitteriness. It doesn't actually wake you up.
No.
It
Just
gives
makes
you
your body vibrate.
the jitteriness.
The other thing too about the water, because some people are like, man, I weigh like so much and that seems like a lot of water. Something that Jake and I do is we get in 8 or 9 ounces like before our feet barely even hit the floor. So we usually have water at our bedside, or we have water downstairs in the kitchen.
you
We get
wake
up and we usually slam one of these guys
right when you wake up.
as soon as we wake up in the morning.
And
I
if
tell
you
you,
want to
it's,
super duper duper do it, add like some lemon to
oh
it.
yeah, that's a great
Or a
idea.
little bit of apple cider vinegar, and that just helps
Did that
too.
this
Yeah.
morning, apple cider vinegar. It's super gross, but makes you feel good.
Energy drink people. Melinda, one day,
Ooh, I shake my fist at you.
I don't judge. But. So,
All
real
right.
quick, let's say hi to some people. We
All
got
right.
people watching.
Here,
We
I can
got-
do it here.
Oh, you got. Well, no, you can't see all the watchies.
Oh, I can't.
So, we got Michelle and Melinda and Kelly
Heather's
and Heather.
here. Hey, Heather.
Hi, Heather and Sam Bungie.
Hey.
We got Adrian. We got Deborah. We got
Hey,
Aaron. We got Nicholas. Candace, Aaron. We got a lot of people. Look at this. Thank you guys for checking in. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are. Oh, I have no idea what I just did.
And
Are we still here?
we're still here.
Someone typed something. I just blew up my screen.
No, he just
just
got
had-
rid of all the comments. So now
Aw.
if you comment, press the little comment button. Okay.
If I press that. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
no,
that-
don't.
That's how I
Mm-mm.
comment.
Okay,
All right, we're
done.
done with that.
If you comment, we apologize. We're not going to see it because Dr. Jake fiddled with the phone. But that's okay. We still love
I
him.
pressed the buttons.
Moving on.
Oh my gosh.
Number 3. The number
And,
3 way to help manage
Drink
pain.
through a straw. Good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Smoothie size straw. Awesome.
Yes,
Great
that is
idea.
a great recommendation.
Yep.
Drinking water through a smoothie size straw.
Yep.
Which are like the thicker ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 3 as far as reducing and minimizing pain during quarantine.
Inflammation. So this is a big one right now because unfortunately, due to the high levels of emotional stress that we're on, when we're in emotional stress, our body literally releases certain chemicals that make us crave sugar and fat.
Right.
Well, we don't go out and pick berries and hunt a buffalo.
No.
We go and we eat Pringles,
That's a
Doritos, and Pringles.
They had a baby.
Yeah.
Pringos.
We eat Pringles. That's a thing. So we
Oh,
eat
Lord.
Pringles, and Pringos,
Or ice cream.
or ice cream, or whatever.
Or your kids' Easter candy.
Or your kids. Gosh, that killed me. I talked about this on Monday. I backslid like crazy last week.
Yeah.
Because it was Easter. I ate so much Easter candy and Easter bread and all this stuff, and it was so good. But man, did I feel like garbage.
Yeah, you feel super
Garbage,
groggy.
just groggy and cruddy.
Yeah.
And now we're back on the wagon. And when the thing is, like, if you stop it right away within a day or two, it is going to help your body get back.
Yeah,
on
you
track.
get back to feeling good pretty quickly.
Tying this back into pain. So when we eat certain items, they inflame our body.
And what would those certain items be?
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
So it really depends on you.
Overall.
The grains, sugars, grains and sugars are probably the biggest.
Biggest
Alcohol.
offenders. Alcohol.
Some people dairy. Some people even beans.
Yeah.
Some people tomatoes. That's
Right.
I
It
mean
just-
it depends.
You can get really specific,
But
but
I
as a
would say-
general rule,
I start with sugar.
Sugar.
Sugar's number one bad. Then dairy. Or sorry, sugar, then simple grains, then dairy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
then
and alcohol's
alcohol.
kind of in there with sugar. It's on
Yeah.
the same spectrum.
So what inflammation does, so think of inflammation like swelling. So if you ever like rolled an ankle, what happens to your ankle? Does it stay small or is it so that it's
that.
swelling? It hurts, right? So when your ankle hurts, when things are swelling and you're not feeling too great, that is going to increase your body's pain receptors
Right.
because now that space is being pushed into the cells and that tissue around the area is sensitive. That's done by design, by the way, guys. That's designed to do that so that you don't hurt your ankle even further.
Right.
So watch. When you have systemic inflammation because of food, it's not just happening in your stomach. It's happening in your body, in your joints, in your cells, in all the things that...
All the tissues.
Organs. And if you have a pre-existing problem, or you're prone to back pain, or you're prone to headaches, or you're prone to neck pain, one of the reasons we get those things is because of space. We don't have enough space for the normal healthy tissue.
Right.
Now we don't have enough space for the normal healthy tissue, and now we're adding in systemic inflammation from the foods we eat.
Right. That was a lot of words.
I like the word systemic.
Yeah, I know you used it a lot. It's okay. It sounds good. Sounds good. So what does that mean in a nutshell? Really try hard if you're dealing with pain right now to reduce the amount of inflammatory foods.
Grain sugars.
Decrease inflammation.
So there's a saying with people that do have inflammatory type diseases, it's no grains, no pain.
Yeah.
So very, very common in people with things like, ankylosing spondylitis, which is, a disease that affects it's an inflammatory, joint disease that basically, fuses the joints together through inflammation. A lot of those individuals will notice a big change in their comfort and their lifestyle and their ability to move by just cutting out grains.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple grains.
And it's hard to do. If you're not used to it, it can be difficult. But you know what? Google, Pinterest, there's lots of groups out there.
It's worth it.
There's paleo diets. There's Whole30 is a great resource for looking how to incorporate meals that don't include grains. I'm just making notes because I'm just jotting down some stuff that we can get out to you guys. So I'm actually going to post some stuff because a majority of our meals are, you're looking official. Majority of our meals are grain-free.
Well, we are. I just did that. It was a very important person. Very important.
Right.
Hair ties in my way.
Oh my God. This is what I have on the desk. I have an ice pack because my son, like I said, probably broke his nose tonight. And then a hair tie because I had to throw my hair up because, that's what moms do when they go into mom mode. They throw their hair up and get it out of their face. Anyway, okay. So we've got frequent movement, hydration, decrease inflammation. Number 4.
Ice. So there's
Conveniently, we have this
we
here.
do have did you bring that on purpose?
No, I literally had this in my hand because William smashed his face and I was rocking him to sleep with this ice pack on his nose. In between clotting the blood that was coming out. That was fun.
Isn't that awesome?
I was like, we can't go to the ER. Please don't be totally smash broken.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there you go. I got it. I figured it out.
There you go. You figured it out.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you are dealing with acute pain, like something that
you rolled an ankle.
You rolled an ankle, or you
pulled your back.
I was just gonna say that you pulled your back, you pulled a muscle. You went to lift something and you feel a muscle pull. Something that's really important to help decrease the inflammation is ice. Okay, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. Do that throughout the day for a couple of days. Now, there's a lot of conversation and debates about heat versus ice. In our office, we recommend ice first. The reason why we recommend ice first is because what we want to do is reduce the inflammation. When you put heat on an area, you are bringing blood to an area. When you bring blood to an area, you're increasing the inflammation. Does that have healing properties? Absolutely it does, and it serves a purpose at a time. But right now, when you're dealing with something acute and you can't get immediate care, you want to do ice to reduce that inflammation and to get you some relief.
Yeah, it has a numbing effect, and it shrinks the vessels, and the inflammation's taking up that room.
Yep.
So from a healing standpoint, there's still debate about it, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that we don't like heat.
Using heat, right?
Yeah.
But there's a difference. And this is actually going to segue into the 5th and final recommendation that we have, and that's hot baths. But hot baths, wet heat is different than applying a heating pad. Dry heat has a very different effect on the body. So do you want to talk about baths?
Yeah, so Epsom salt baths.
It's a tricky little word, isn't
I know,
it?
you always want to say Epsom.
Epsom.
Which is again, one of those things that has been used historically for healing sore muscles and joints and all that kind of stuff. I have used it multiple times. I know it helps me. But what it does is when you get into a warm bath, it does a couple things. First of all, it starts to soothe the muscles. It helps to give blood flow to a chronic injury. Did you already mention the 3 days? So we want more, like, once things have been injured for 72
Oh, yeah.
hours,
No.
now they're
I
not
do.
considered acute anymore.
Right, sorry.
Yep. So now they're considered, past that
Thank you.
acute phase.
Thank you.
Now we're going to go into the more chronic phase. In this phase, we like heat.
Yep.
Heat and then movement.
Yep.
At first, you want ice and rest. So that's where you get the rice, rest, ice, compression, elevate.
I mean rice. Did you say rice?
I think I said
I
rice.
said rest.
I oh, no.
Which way's up? I don't know. Anyway,
This you get the reverse.
with acute injuries, there's something called rice,
Rest,
ice, compression, elevate. But that's different.
Yep.
That's
But
kinda
that's just to help with an acute injury.
Yeah, but if
And
something
an
is
acute
more
injury,
chronic.
you want to not move it as much because
Yeah.
you want to make sure, first of all, it's stable, and
But if you're dealing with something that's more long-term, more chronic, you can still do ice.
especially if
if
you
it-
like work
when
in
it-
the yard, yep.
Yes, when it immediately flares up, and then you can do a bath. When we do the bath, we recommend 1 to 2 cups of the Epsom salts, and the water as hot as you can get it.
Yep.
People say, Dr. Kat, I really don't like baths. I get bored. I've got other stuff to do. We recommend if you can stay in there even 10 to 20 minutes. 20 minutes really at the top end of it, you're gonna have you're gonna get some benefit from
Yeah,
it.
about 20 minutes. Just put a Netflix show on.
Yeah.
Just find
yeah,
something.
right. For those of you that have any essential oils in the house, that's really helpful too. You can drop some essential oils, but don't put
Lavender.
don't put the oils into the water and then the Epsom salt. Actually, take the oils, put a couple of drops into a bowl of salts, stir it up, and
It'll
then
just
put the
help to,
salts
yeah,
in, and that will
distribute
help
in the water
distribute it.
better.
And honestly, for those of you that are struggling with sleep right now, a bath is a really great way to get yourself relaxed. I mean, that's what I did last night. And I mean, I could like barely get to the bed fast enough.
Yep.
You're so groggy. And if you just make sure you have all your technology off and you just get from your bath or on your jammies and climb in bed, you're pretty much guaranteed to fall asleep right away.
It helps.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's recap talking about reducing and minimizing pain right now while you're in quarantine. We want to make sure that you're moving your body frequently throughout the day. That doesn't mean like exercising, that means just movement. So like moving the shoulders, the wrists, the arms, the neck.
Exercise is great. We should
Yes.
be
Oh,
exercising
absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
So this is on top of exercise.
Yes, this is just don't sit at a desk looking at a computer screen for 4 hours.
For 12 hours.
Right.
I've
Get
talked
up.
to people that are stuck on their desk
I
right
know.
now, especially my accountants,
I know.
like 12 hours.
I know. So set that alarm, set that timer, move your body. Hydration. That was not planned. That was not planned. Drink your water. How much?
Half your body weight in ounces.
Perfect.
Real quick, clarify, half your body lean weight in ounces. So if you do tend to carry extra weight, think about what your lean weight is. So
Do the best you can.
yeah.
It's a guesstimate. Don't worry too much about it.
But
Honestly,
if someone weighs, 300 pounds and you are carrying a lot of extra weight, you don't need to drink 150 ounces of water.
Right.
If your lean weight is 200 or 180 pounds, and I would go off of that.
but it's not going to necessarily, it's okay if they drink a little more water.
Yes, agreed.
Decrease inflammation. How do you do
Concur.
that is just watch the food that you're eating. Really be careful about
Grains and
monitoring.
sugar.
Yeah,
And alcohol.
bad foods. Eat good foods, not bad foods.
Yep, grain,
If
sugar,
you,
alcohol.
you don't know what that is,
Eat some
reach out to
veggies,
us.
eat some healthy fat, eat some
Yeah.
clean meat, have things cut up that are easy to grab, apples.
I say grab a clementine if you need something.
Apples, clementines, celeries, cucumbers,
All the
baby
things.
carrots.
All the things.
That helps you with nuts. Will help with the snacky snacks.
Yeah, nuts are great. Super easy. And then ice, so if you're dealing with an acute injury, like you've hurt yourself out in the yard or painting or something, put some ice on it, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. And then if you have something that's a little bit more long-term chronic that you've been battling, you can go ahead and take a hot Epsom salt bath. As a sub note to all of this, we're chiropractors, y'all. In case
Goes
you
without
forgot.
saying.
I
Yeah.
have to mention it, but this is what we do.
Well,
we are-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We help people get out of pain, stay out of pain, and create long-lasting health.
Yep.
But we know that right now, some people are not wanting to get out of their house, don't want to leave their house, and want to respect the rules that are in place to keep us safe and keep us healthy. That being said, what we're talking about is not going to necessarily give you long-term health, right? Or long-term healing for your pain. Like if you have pain and it's there, it's probably not just going to go away because you do these 5 things. This is temporary relief to get you through to when you can have it addressed by a professional. And by that, I mean a chiropractor.
I mean, at the end of the day, we want to be your doctor. We want to take care of you and keep you healthy.
Absolutely.
That's what we want to do. These are things that I talk about with my patients all the time.
All the time, every day.
There's some really baseline things. There are more things you can have, but I have a lot more things that can help with pain, but we're really just starting baseline right here.
Exactly. So if you are interested in chiropractic care and you live in the Dunwoody area, we are open. We're following the same sanitation procedures we've been following from weeks back. If you don't know what that is, you can go ahead and find one of our videos. We walk you through from the front door all the way through the adjustment, what that looks like.
Yep.
If you're not in the Dunwoody area and you need some help, go ahead and send us an email. It's wilsonfamilychiropractic@gmail.com. Send us your zip code and we will find you a really great doctor in your area.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
Before we end, real quick, sorry, I apologize. My contact has decided to leave my eye. Talk about movement. We are going to get into exercising tomorrow night. So it's just going to be myself and Dr. Blair Green with Catalyst Physical Therapy in Dunwoody.
This will be a good one for your mom friends.
Yes. So if you are a mama out there and you have been struggling with the idea or the thought of moving your body and exercising every day, Dr. Blair is going to give us some really great, easy recommendations on how to move your body, how to exercise in a healthy, effective way, even when your kids are home. So make sure you tune into that tomorrow night at 8:30. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, this will be a good one. I won't be there because, honestly,
being a mama.
I'm a mama. I'm like, go lift something. It'll be fine. So, and that's not how it works.
No.
So,
yeah. So be there for that. It's going to be awesome. And then also don't forget that our giveaway for our kites ends Friday. So make sure you get in on that. You'll find the post on Facebook linked at the top. It just says, go ahead, like the post, share the post, tag a friend and tell us what brings you joy. And you have a chance to win a really cool kite for you and your friend. So
awesome.
I think that's it.
That's it.
And our phone just said low power mode because low battery. So I guess that means it's time for us to go to bed.
French. All right, guys. Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for showing up.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. If you need us, reach out to us.
Have a great night.
All right.
Nighty night.
Bye.
Bye.